Hello everybody, I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Farzana, yes.
Yes, Ron.
Yeah. So let's get started. So yesterday we have seen the Git branching and merging basics, and we have seen how do we push the code into the GitHub. So we have seen this diagram using this site. We have seen how do we do some branching and merging. So as part of today's session, let us take one more example of how do we do branching and merging. So what I will do here directly I will create multiple branches. Dev. So let me create multiple branches here. Now let me switch to the dev branch. Git switch dev means what? I'll be switching to the dev branch. Now I'll be doing some commits. Like as an architect, I'll be doing the commits. You can do multiple commits. Now under this dev team, I can have two members. Like let me say git branch dev1. Now under this dev branch, two developers are working parallelly here. Now what is happening here? Now let me switch to dev1 branch. So I'll say git commit, git commit, git commit. Okay. Clear? Now let me switch to dev2. Now I will say git commit. Clear? Any doubts? Now I'll say git switch dev1. So you can have more and more commits here. So yesterday's scenario was like one person is working in the dev branch, one person is working in the QA branch, one person is working in the UAT branch, one person is working in the prod branch. Now what we are doing now? Now using this in the dev branch, I'll have multiple team members. That is dev1 and dev2. Now once they finish the changes, now this manager will review this code. Once they review this code, then what he will do? He will merge these changes of this dev with this dev1. After the code review, what does the manager decide? I'll say git switch dev. Now I will merge the changes with the dev1 branch. Now once I merge the changes with the dev1 branch, what will it do? Now everything is working fine. Now later this dev will do the code review analysis of this dev2 person. Then what he will do? He will merge these changes with the dev2 branch. Now, if you observe here, whatever changes that are made in the dev1 branch and dev2 branch are merged inside this main branch. Is this clear, everybody? Can I get a quick Y in the chat box? Farzana, Pramod, Sharath, Anil, all good? Yeah. Now, let me switch to the QA branch. Now, in this QA, I am doing one commit here as part of my configurational changes. Like you're writing some automation scripts for this. Imagine that you're writing some automation scripts. Now, what is happening here? Now, we have added some configurational changes. Once you have added some configurational changes, now what will happen? Hmm? Now, what will happen, guys? That once if I say git merge dev. That means whatever code changes that I have done in the dev branch have to merge with QA so that the QA application which needs to be deployed will be there from the QA branch. Clear? Any doubts? Now, all the changes of dev are merged into the QA branch. Now, what is happening here? Now, I can do one more commit for the QA branch. I can do like I'm doing some patchworks for the QA branch because there are some defects here, and I'm adding some more bugs or some patchwork in the QA branch. Now, what we are doing here? Now, let me switch to UAT branch. Now, okay, in the UAT branch also, I did some configurational changes. Then what I will do? Let me switch to the UAT branch and make the changes merge to the QA. Whatever changes that are present in the QA branch, I'll be merging with UAT. So if you see here, this is what happens in real time. Multiple persons working in the dev branch, then the manager reviews the code. Then after the manager reviews the code, then he'll merge with the QA branch. Then in the QA, you will be doing some patchwork. Then after that, you will be merging the changes in the UAT branch. Is this clear, everybody? Any doubts? Avisha, Jayashree, Nisha, Roslyn, Sahana.
What is this patchwork?
Patchwork is nothing but like suppose whenever you're merging the dev changes into the QA branch, sometimes they feel like there are some defects coming up. So what do the developers do is like they will do the fixes in the QA branch directly itself. Instead of following the process like do the code changes in the dev branch, they will do all the code patches in the QA branch directly. Got it, Pramod?
Yes,
Any
got
doubt?
it.
Yeah. Then I'll be merging this with the UAT branch. So this is the process that we follow across all the companies. Now, if I want to switch to let me switch to the prod branch. Git merge with UAT. Excuse me. Sorry for the cough, guys. So, whatever changes are present in UAT, I want to merge it in the prod branch. Clear? Is this workflow clear, everybody? Any doubts with what is happening here in the diagrams? Yes, Nisha is clear. Yeah, I want everybody to be clear with this branching and merging, guys. All the 20 people in the room shall be clear, absolute clear. Because after this, I'll be going with the real-time concept.
I have one question.
Yes.
Usually in the when we make, for example, if we take a QA branch, when we make
Mhm.
changes, we will merge it to master branch, right? We have
Yes.
this master.
It depends, Nisha. Like in one company, they merge it with master branch. In one company, they will follow this structure, jump structure like QA to dev to QA, QA to UAT and all.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Not clear as I missed yesterday's class. So, yeah, Bipasa. So, which part you were not clear? Can you tell me so that I will try to pick it up from there? Which part you were not clear?
You can tell the flow once.
Okay, let me take a fresh tab and I'll explain the flow. Yeah. So shall I take the same example or shall I take a different example, Vivasa?
Anything is fine.
Okay, sure. So let's take a different branching and merging example. So what we'll do here is now imagine that we are doing an automation project. So this main branch is like your manager. So as part of the framework design, he has doing multiple commits into the master branch because he is the manager and is doing multiple commits. Now, after he has prepared this framework, now he has created separate branches for three of his resources. I'll say res1, like I'll say git branch res1, git branch res2, git branch res3. So what is happening here? Now the manager has created three separate branches for three resources. Is this point clear so far, everybody? Now I have a manager who has prepared the framework by doing some multiple commits. Now he has three resources under his team. So he has created separate branches for his three resources. Is this clear, everybody? This point is clear? Yes or no? Right. Now, what I will do is, let me switch to the first resource and let us say that I have been given module A. For suppose he's working on some order management or so he's working on some order related scenarios. So he will be committing the changes or he will be committing the changes for the test scripts that he is writing. Okay. Now I will switch to resource 2. How I'll switch? I will say git switch res2. Now what I will do here? I will say git commit. That means this res2 is given a separate module called as payments module. So for this module, he is committing the changes for all the test cases that he has written. So he has done multiple commits, multiple commits, multiple commits. Now, when I switch to res1, I'll say like he has done couple more commits to his module. What do you mean by commits? That means he's adding more test cases, he's enhancing his test scripts, he's ensuring that the test scripts detects the right set of defects properly. Clear? I'll say git switch res2. Then he will do more and more commits. So Bipasa, is this flow clear till now? What we are doing?
Yeah.
Now I will switch to another resource. What is this another resource? Resource 3. Now he has been given another module like customer relationship management, where he will be committing the changes for his test case. Now he has done commits for his test cases. What do you mean by commit? That means whatever changes he has made for his test cases, he is doing it here. Okay. Till here, everybody in the floor is clear. I have a manager. I have three resources working under him, and they are doing the respective commits in their line of development, in their independent line of development. Okay. So what next? Now it's time to review the changes and merge the changes. So how will you merge the changes? There are multiple ways that we can merge the changes. One is peer-to-peer review. what manager recommends is like, do a peer-to-peer review. If you feel everything is fine, you merge it amongst your branches. Now, manager has decided like, boss, as a resource one, you take this responsibility of merging the code into one place. So what I will say now, this resource one will review the code that is present in resource two. If he feels that everything is fine, then I will say like, let me switch to the resource one branch. Then I will merge the changes with the resource two. Got it? Now, whatever changes that resource 2 has been made, whatever commits that resource 2 has been made, that will come and sit on top of resource 1. Whatever commits are there, those will be merged with this resource 1. Is this clear, everybody? Till date? Till this point, everybody is clear?
And what do you say if we are switching to resource one
Hmm.
and then if
Then,
we're doing git merge resource two, so can you re-explain this part?
so when I switch to resource 1, now when I want to merge the changes with resource 2, whatever code commits that are present in resource 2, that will be combined with resource 1 branch. Got it? Now, these are, let me change the colors to red. Yeah.
So what's
Now,
the final like merge? Is it like the changes from resource one and resource two will be merged together?
into resource 1, whatever code changes that are present in resource 1 and resource 2 will be combined and stored in the C41. Got it? Now, what I will do here, now this resource 1 has to review the changes that I have made in resource 3. After reviewing the changes, what this resource 1 will do, I will have to merge the changes with resource 3. So how will I do it? I will say git merge resource 3. Now what is happening here? Whatever code changes that resource 3 has done, that will be combined with this resource 1. Is this clear, Vipasa? How we are doing the merging amongst the resources?
What I'm not getting is how the changes will be. Okay, the changes will be deployed into which branch? I mean merged into which branch?
Resource 1.
So all the changes from 1 to 3 together will be
Merged in
merged.
resource 1.
Okay.
So the merging style can be different from different companies. Now, the logic we are assuming here is the resource 1 is responsible for merging the code amongst the peers. Got it, Bipasa? The scenario here is that resource 1 is responsible for merging the code amongst different resources.
Yeah.
Now, after resource 1 confirms that, boss, all the code changes are done, now resource 1 feels like I have to do some more changes to the code, because after merging the code, he has realized that I have to do some more patchwork so that the code looks more crisp, more neat, more clean. So he will do some more commits. After he does this commits, then he'll inform the manager that, boss, all my code is ready, merged successfully, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Yes, Pramod, all the 3 branches resources are present in C42. You're right. I mean C41, sorry. All the 3 branches merged code is present in C41. So Sahana, what's your question? If we want to store entire data in RES2, what to do? You can do the same commands. Like if you see, you can switch to RES2 and you can use the same merge commands. Like instead of RES1, switch to RES2 branch, you can say git merge RES1 and RES3. So the commands remains the same. It all depends upon which branch you want to merge, Sahana.
If that is happening, then the changes would be merged to RES2, right?
Yes. If RES2 is given the responsibility of merging the code, then all the code will be merged in RES2. Now, as of now,
Why is it C41 here?
C41 here, because if you see this arrow mark, if you see this arrow mark, right? Wait a moment. So if you see it from C40, it is going to C41 like this, na, Bipasa?
Okay.
That is why we are saying C41. From C29, all the commits are storing here, right?
29. Okay.
One.
RES2. Okay.
Hmm.
So C41 is RES1, right?
C41 is RES1, which combines the code of all the three branches, which consists the code of all the three branches.
Okay, so it will take the code C29 and C40, right?
Yes, it will take the code from C29. It will take the code from C40. So we have done merges 2 times now, Vipasa. Like if you see git merge RES2, whatever code that is present in C29 will come and sit here.
Okay, then what is the C40 to 43?
40 to 43 is the additional commits I'm doing in this branch. C40.
No,
40,
what I want to understand, what is the C40 to 43?
C40 to 43 is the additional commits I'm doing for this branch,
Okay.
not the merged commits. This is like this resource one felt like I want to do more commits to enhance the code. So the C42, C43, C44, C45 are individual commits for this branch.
No, I mean, you are writing in terms of the commit IDs, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Yeah.
Fine.
Now what I want to do, now manager wants to merge the code with this RES1. So what I will do, I will switch with RES1. I'll switch with main. Then I'll merge with RES1. Now the master is having the code of all the three branches. Clear? Now the master is having the code of all the three branches under this main branch. Is this example clear, everybody? If anyone is confused like others, C1, C2, C3 are simply like commit IDs. Now, since if this example and diagram is clear for everybody, then I will do it in a
Can you be a little slow, please?
Yeah, sure, I'll be slow. So
You are saying here git switch main and git merge RES1. So you're
yes,
switching to the main branch and
and merging with the RES1.
yeah, but it's already merged, right? What changes would it take in the last line in that case?
So what we are doing here is when I say switch main, I'll be switching to the main branch. Where is my main branch prior? The main branch was present at this commit ID 7. Now
Okay,
what?
1 second. Let me tell my understanding. So,
Mhm.
as it is now, like if we see above, RES 1, 2, 3 combined together,
Mm,
and it is merged to RES1, right?
yes,
So now, when you're writing the last line RES1, it contains all the changes which is going to merge to main branch, right?
yes.
Okay.
So Anil, you cannot directly merge directly into master. There is a PR request that we follow, the pull request mechanism that we follow, that the lead will decide it.
So if you're not writing git merge RES1,
Mm,
then it will not take the latest changes from this combined changes. It will not be merged to main branch,
yes,
right?
yes, correct. So I'm assuming that everyone is clear with this diagram. So let's take a real-time example of this. I hope no more questions so far, right, from anybody in the room before we go with the real-time example. So here we have first and second file. So let me open the command prompt here. Now I'll say git branch -a. So how many branches are present here? Only one branch is present. One is master branch in my local repository, master branch in my remote repository. Okay. So what I will do, I will say git branch -m dev. So if I say git branch -a, now you will say like only dev branch is there and remote master branch is there in the remote repository. Okay. Now, if I want to switch back to the master branch, like where we have created this dev branch from the master branch. Now, if I want to switch back to the master branch, I'll say git switch master. Now, currently, which branch I am in? Currently, I am in master branch. Now, if I want to create one more branch, I will create one more branch, that is QA. So currently, which branch I'm in? I'm in a QA branch. So total, how many branches are there? Total 3 branches are there. So let me switch back to the master branch. So if I say git branch, so how many branches are there in total? Currently, if you see the star mark, currently we are in master branch. And what are the other 2 branches? Dev and QA branch. Okay.
So, I would request you to please explain when you are teaching this great branch minus in QA. Because
Git branch -m QA is to create a new branch.
okay.
So previously
Here, okay.
this in this tool just we have used git branch res1. Okay, we have just used the syntax for this tool. So the real syntax is git branch -m QA is to create a new branch.
And git branch minus a, okay, hyphen a will show all the branches.
Just yes, it will show all the branches which is present in local as well as in the remote.
Okay.
So let me switch to dev branch. So currently we are in master branch. Now let me switch to the dev branch. Now once I switch to this dev branch, what I will do, let me create one additional file here. Dev files. Okay, I'll be creating one file here. Let me write some information about the new development project. Write some lines of code that needs to be executed. Clear? Now, when I say git status, what we have learned in the previous classes, this will say that whatever new file that I have added, dev files, is an untracked file. What do you mean by untracked file? Git has detected that this is a new file in the system. I'm seeing this file for the first time. So what we need to do, what it is saying, use git add to start tracking the changes for this file. So what will I do? I'll say git add dev files.txt. So when I say git status, that means if you want to see the status, I'll say changes to be committed. So that means what? Now the Git has started tracking these changes. Now the Git is asking like whether you want to confirm these changes or not. If you want to confirm these changes, how will you confirm these changes? Using the git commit. I'll say git commit -m. You have to give a proper message of what you're trying to confirm the changes. I'll say pushing the changes related to dev files. Now, when I say git status, what it is suggesting that, okay, your branch is, it is saying that your branch is ahead by one commit. So let us not dwell into this right now. But what it is trying to say that, okay, whatever files are there in the local repository, everything is committed successfully. It is saying like you can start pushing these changes to your remote repository. That is what it is trying to say.
So Rahul, when it is git add and you're adding certain files, so it is moving from the local area to staging area, right?
Yes, yes.
And when you do git commit, then what it is doing?
Staging area to local repository.
And when we do git commit, it will move those changes from local repository to remote repository,
No,
right?
no, that is git push.
Yeah, I'm asking about git push only.
Okay, okay, sorry, my mistake. So git push will push the changes from local repository to remote repository. So as of now, all the changes are committed in all the changes are present in the dev branch. Fine. Now if you see here, now I will switch to the master branch. Now, if I switch to the master branch, and if you refresh this, do you see this dev files which is present in the dev branch? Are you able to see in the master branch? Can anyone confirm me that are you able to see this dev files.txt in the master branch? No, right? Right. Now, let me say git branch means what? It will display the list of branches that are present in the local repository. Now, let me switch to the QA branch. Now, once I switch to the QA branch, do you see this dev files.txt present in this QA branch? No, right? So that means what is happening here? So Git is smartly managing the files between different branches by itself. Now, once I'm in my QA repository, what I will do here, let me create a new file. I'll say QA files. Merging the changes with the QA, merging the changes, writing new automation scripts and getting a clear understanding of it. Ensuring that no new surprises or elements occur. Now, when I say git status, what it is saying git status means, that means boss, this file is yet to be, this is the first time I'm seeing the file, so this file needs to be tracked. I'll say git add QA files.txt. Then I will commit the changes here, -m QA files.txt, git commit -m, adding the new scripts to the QA branch. Now, once I add this new scripts to the QA branch, then if we say git status, it is just suggesting us that you are ready to push the changes to the remote repository. Now, if I switch to the dev branch, so if you see here, in the dev branch, this dev files is present. In the QA branch, the QA files is present. Now, if I want to merge the changes, how do we merge the changes? From where to where you want to merge the changes? You tell me, guys, we will follow that way. Like if you want to merge directly with the master, or you want to merge dev with QA or QA with dev, if you could tell me, we will try to do the same way. You want to combine with master? You want to merge with dev, or you want dev to be merged with QA? You want, Avisha says you
What
want.
is the ideal scenario we need to follow in the office?
Office mein Vijay. So if you ask me in a real time ideal scenario, whatever changes that dev has been made, it has been merged with QA. It has to be merged with QA. Then after QA, we will merge it with the
What is going to merge with QA? Dev branch, you mean to say?
whatever changes that I made in dev branch will be merged in QA, because from this QA branch only the application will be deployed and the testers will test the application. Vijay,
Okay.
that is
So
the
we will
ideal
follow
way.
that only. I mean, what is the standard process? Better to follow that
Okay.
to understand.
Yes. Now currently I am in QA branch. Now what I will do, I will merge the changes that is present in the dev, whatever changes that are present in dev branch, I will merge with the QA branch. So currently, which branch I am in? Currently, I am in QA branch. Then what I will do, I will say git merge dev. So when you are trying to merge, there will be a message that, and sometimes it will ask a message that you're trying to merge this dev into this QA. Can you just say what is the reason why are you merging the changes? So for QA people to use the application in their environment, like some message you need to give. So now what is happening here? Now, if you see here, whatever changes that are present in the dev branch has been merged with the QA branch. I hope everyone is able to see this.
So whatever changes were there in dev were merged to QA, right?
Yes. Now, later you want to merge these changes with the master branch. Like, let me say, let me use the git switch master. So what I will do, I'll be switching to the master branch. Now, whatever changes that are present in QA branch, if I want to merge with master, then what we will do here, then I will say git merge QA. What do you mean by git merge QA? Whatever changes that are present in QA branch, I am combining it with the master. So now what is happening here? Just refresh this. Now whatever changes that are present in QA branch, now they are sitting in the master branch itself. Is this clear, everybody? The basic example of how we are merging it, how are we creating a sample branch, how are we adding the files to that particular branch, how are we merging it.
You mean to say ideally where we wanted to get the details, we should be present there before merging.
Yes,
That's what the basic principle, right?
yes, that's the basic principle.
Okay.
Whichever branch you want to merge, first you need to go to that particular branch, then you start the merging.
Yes. Okay.
I hope this example is clear for everybody. Of course, I'll take multiple examples because I feel this is a super important topic for anybody. Anybody, this is a super important topic. Until and unless everyone gets a complete clarity on it, we can take couple more examples also. Now, whatever changes are present in the master branch, now let me say git status. So what it is saying that, okay, everything is fine for me in the local repository. Now I want, if you want, you can push these changes to your remote repository. So what will I do? Yesterday in the class, we have seen how do we use this git remote to link up our external GitHub repository into this local repository, the git remote command. Yes, for the people who have attended yesterday's session, we have seen how to use this git remote. So the moment I say git remote -v, you will be seeing what is the variable name I have used, what is the GitHub URL I have stored here. The moment I say git remote -v, you will be seeing what variable name I'm using, what is the repository URL. Okay. Now I'll say git push -u. When you say -u upstream, that means I'm moving the changes from local to remote repository. Repo URL, which branch you want to push? I want to push it to the master branch. So when I want to push it to the master branch, I'll just press the enter keyword. It's asking me, since I have multiple GitHub accounts, it's asking me which one you want to use. I'll be using this one. Now let's see the code in the repository. Now you see here, whatever changes that are present in my local repository are present in the GitHub, right? Yes or no? So Bipasa, is this clear for you?
Hello?
Yes, is this clear?
Which part exactly?
Mm-hmm.
Which part are you exactly asking me?
Like this whole example is clear for you?
Yeah, I am clear with whatever you have written now, but I
Hmm.
have not seen yesterday's session, so I don't know what is
Hmm.
git remote -v.
Okay. So git remote -v is nothing but like yesterday we have added this remote repository URL, like whatever the repository URL like is there, we have added it yesterday. So you can go through the yesterday's session so that you'll understand things clearly.
I have one question. Is it every time we have to use this git push -u repo URL, or just a git push alone will work?
You can also use git push alone, but always a good practice is if you use -u repo URL master. So you'll be, whenever you're writing the code, you'll understand right to which branch you're trying to push. Got it, Nisha?
Okay. Okay.
Now
Yeah.
suppose if you use git push, but unnecessarily you pushed it into a wrong branch or something like that. Got it?
But we have always only one master branch, right? We cannot,
No,
it's
it's
not.
not only about master branch, Nisha. Sometimes I will be
Mhm.
working in the dev branch and I'll be pushing directly to the dev branch also, Nisha.
Mm, okay.
So
Okay. Yeah.
when you write
Thank
the
you.
code like this, instead of master, if
Mm.
you mention dev means okay, you're working in dev branch. So it is a good practice to write like this so that you'll remember that in which branch you're pushing the code.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
How, in short, can you explain just this line? Git push -u.
Okay. So git push -u means what? So till date, like before pushing the changes, all the changes are present in your system only, right? Bipasa? All the merges, all the files that you have created, all the merges that you have done, that is present in your local system only, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to move these changes to this GitHub, right? I have to
Yeah.
move all these changes to the GitHub, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So how does this system know that I have to push these changes to this particular repository?
Push.
Push, with push only, but we have to mention specifically that I have to push these changes to this particular repository only, na? How
Mm-hmm.
it knows? In this variable, I am storing this repository URL.
Okay.
And this variable holds the value of this repository URL.
Okay.
So when I say git push -u repo URL, what do you mean by repo URL? This variable contains the path of the GitHub, the exact location of the GitHub where I need to store. And
Okay.
in which branch do I need to store? I want to store it and I want to push it to a specific branch, that is master branch. So that means what? Git push -u repo URL master means what? I am pushing the changes which is present in my local system to a remote repository, which is stored in this URL, and to which branch I want to push it to the master branch.
Okay. What is -u?
-u means upstream. Upstream means what? Local to remote.
And -v?
-v means it is this git remote hyphen means just to give the information about the URLs that is stored. I mean, just to give the information about the variables what we have used.
Okay. Okay, fine.
You mean this repo URL you have created yesterday?
Yes, in the yesterday's class, I've
We
created
missed
this
it.
URL.
Yesterday I could not able to connect actually.
Yeah. Okay. So yesterday's class, I've showcased like what is this repo
Yes, yes.
URL? How do we add this repo URL? All these things I've shown yesterday.
So any URL you can push your changes from local repository to remote repository. That's the
Yes,
meaning, right?
that's the meaning.
Okay.
So
Okay.
as of now, this repository is a public repository, so there is no restriction on it. What do you mean by public repository?
You
Anyone
mean
can
to say
access.
we should have admin privilege or what?
No. What I'm trying to say is in repositories in GitHub also, we have two types of repositories. One is public repository, private repository. If it's a
Okay.
public repository, then there's no issues. Anyone can commit the changes, anyone can clone the changes and all these things. When you are saying it's a repository is private, only certain users will have the access to that code base. Not everyone will have the access to the code base.
Okay. Suppose this repo URL is public, then we can also push our changes to here. You mean to
Yes,
say
you can also
from
push the changes.
from a
Yes.
local repository.
Yes, from
Okay.
your local repository, you can push the
Oh,
changes till here also.
Okay, it will allow.
It will allow, because it's a public repository.
Okay, okay. Okay. You mean to say the guys who are working within the project will have a common repository, ideally.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So this is one of the examples of merging. Now, what can be the other example? Now, imagine that in this master branch, I am making some changes in this file. I'll say, add this particular line of code. We need to update more information. So in the master branch for this devfiles.txt, okay, devfiles.txt, I have made some changes. Clear? Perfect, everybody. In this devfiles.txt, I have added one line of code. Now, let me switch to the dev branch. Okay. Now, in this dev files, one sec, wait. Just give me a moment, guys. Let me switch to the dev branch. Now, what is happening here? I want to push these changes, like whatever changes that are present in dev branch, I want to push these changes to the GitHub from this dev branch. So what will I do here? I'll say git push -u repo URL dev branch. Now, suppose if you see in the GitHub, I don't have any dev branch here that is present. So what will it do? If there is an existing branch called as dev, it will migrate the changes to that particular dev branch. Suppose if the dev branch is something that is new, so it will automatically create a branch in the GitHub. Now, if you refresh these changes, now you see here, you have a dev branch here. Yes or no? I have not created it. Whenever I say git push -u repo URL dev, it has automatically created the changes.
But then how you have mentioned git switch dev if the branch was not existing?
No, this branch is not existing in the GitHub, not in the local. That is what I'm trying to say.
So this hyphen u will create that branch in the remote repository.
Yes. Yes. If it is not present, it will create the branch in the remote repository.
Okay.
Now, let me switch to QA branch, which is present in your local repository. Now, let me push the changes. I'll say git push -u repo URL QA branch. Now, if you see here, it has created another branch called as QA branch.
So Rahul, if we'll not create a branch also, then also if we are giving this command, it will automatically create the branches, right?
Yes, if the branch is present in your local, but it is not
Okay.
present in your GitHub or a Bitbucket or any remote repository, it will create.
It
Got
will
it?
create. Mm-hmm.
Ideally, first thing is the branch should be present in the local, na?
Yeah.
Now, whatever changes that are present across multiple branches, we have pushed it. Clear? Now we have dev files.txt. Some changes has been made here. Then I'll say so Anil Singh, what is your question? If the branch is already present in remote, it will insert into that existing branch. It will overwrite or not overwrite, that it will be decided based on we are pushing the same file or if you are pushing the different file, that is a different story, Anil. Certain lines of code needs to be automated, something like this. Now what I will do, whatever changes I made here, I'll say git add dev files.txt. Let me commit these changes, adding some more lines of code into the dev files. I'll say git push -u repo URL QA branch. So Anil, to answer your question, now currently we are in the QA branch. Clear? Now whatever changes I made in the local, it is coming and sitting here, right? That means you can also say it is overwriting the previous changes. Now, if you want to see the history of the changes, you can also click on this history and see what changes you have made. Clear, Anil?
Where is the history?
Yeah. So if you see here, let me switch to the QA branch. So you can go to this devfiles.txt. You see
Okay.
the history button here, right?
Yeah.
You can see the changes here.
Okay.
Now what I will do here, now let me switch to the master branch. At the same time, we need to worry about code security and integrity. Some lines I have written here. Now what I have decided, now whatever the changes I made in the QA branch, once again I want to merge it now. Now got the scenario? Whatever changes I made in the QA branch, now I decided like I want to merge it into a master. So how do I merge it? I'll say git merge QA. That means whatever changes that are present in QA, again I want to merge it into the master branch. Now what it is saying, your local changes to the following file will be overwritten by merge. So what we will do now, 1 second. Before merging, I forgot to do one more thing. I'll say git add dev files.txt. I'll say git commit modifying the changes of the dev files in the master branch. First, let me commit the changes. Then let me merge with the QA branch. Now what is happening here? Now the merge conflict is occurring. So what is this merge conflict? Like boss, at the same line, you're also making changes. At the same line, I am also making changes. Now the Git is confused which one to take, either to take this or either to take this. Git is absolutely no clue what to do here. So that is why it is saying that this is a merge conflict. When it is trying to automatically merge, it is saying like, boss, I face the conflict here. You only fix the
If it does
conflicts.
conflict, Rahul.
If it is conflict, then you need to sit amongst your team members. Like this master branch and this QA branch, you need to sit together individually, see what needs to be done, see whether it needs to be combined, or see whether it needs to be removed, or whatever it is based on your team members. You
I
can
want to
decide.
understand how it is conflict. Can you
At,
explain?
at the same line, you have written one statement, and at the same line, your other other team member also has written the same different code at the same line. Like if you see here, at this particular line, you have written some lines of code, and at the same line, other person also written his own code.
But it's not the same line, right?
Same line. Both of them are at the same line.
I'm not getting.
Okay, let me show you the file in the QA branch.
Okay, in two different files you're saying.
So in the QA branch, you see this dev file.txt, right?
Yeah.
In this QA branch, at this
Line
at
number
this
four.
line number 4, what you have written, at this particular line of code, we need to update more information, correct?
Okay.
Now in the master branch, at that particular line, I've also written another line, right? At the same time, we need to worry about code security and integrity.
Okay, but as you've opened dev files, so that's why I'm getting confused.
Yes, same file. In the same file, only merge conflict occurs. Like when you're trying to merge the same file that is present across different branches only, then the merge conflict occurs.
Okay, so it is same file in QA branch and master branch, is it?
Yes, correct. Same file in QA branch and master branch.
So just for clarification, so this dev file has been modified by some developer and he pushed the changes to master branch. And the same dev file has been modified by a QA branch. And from QA, we are trying to push the same to master branch. And
Branch
that's where the
merge conflict occurs.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
So you need to resolve this conflict. How do we resolve this conflict? As of now, I will say, boss, I'm okay with this changes. I will combine both of our changes. Now I will say git add dev files.txt. Commit -m, merge the changes related to dev files.txt Then you can push the changes. -u repo URL master. Now let's go to the master branch. Now you see here all the changes which we have manually, all the conflicts which we have manually resolved it is coming and sitting here. Is this clear, everybody? What is a merge conflict? Merge conflict occurs when we are dealing with the same file in multiple branches, same set of files in multiple branches. This takes some practicing, guys. This takes some practicing. This needs to be experimented in your systems. Then only you'll understand things more clearly. So for today, we are done with the session. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. I'll clarify those doubts.
Can we have for same remote repo, can we have different variable names, or it can be only ones we can use?
You can use different variable names. That is not a problem. But ideally, we use one variable name for one repo URL.
Okay, okay. I just thought of knowing whether it is.
You can do it. You can have 10 variable names for the same repo URL. But what's the point?
Okay, but it will be confusing. Okay. Okay.
And Vijay, it takes some practice. So over the weekend,
Yeah.
try to do it with
Yeah.
some simple flows. Then it will be clear.
Yeah, yeah. True.
Anything else, guys? Any doubts?
What is the graphical tool you have used for showing that?
This one.
This one. How we will get it?
I sent you here the link. You can take it up. In the Zoom chat, I've shared the link.
Okay. Where is that?
You got the link in the Zoom chat?
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
No need to install anything here.
Nothing,
Direct.
nothing. Just open it.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm. So assuming that, anyone has anything else to ask?
Rahul, it is not coming here.
It's
After
not.
clicking on this link,
Okay, what is it coming for you? Can you show the screen?
1 second, please. Is it visible to you?
Yes, it's loading. You can click on the close button. This close button, the red color button is there, no?
Sorry?
Near select a level, there is a red color button, right?
Okay.
There's a red color button to the left side. Yeah. Yeah. Click that. That's it.
So what will happen? The other things are not appearing.
So I typed the commands, right? So this is not persistent. Whatever I have done here, it is not persistent. The moment I close the tab, I will lose the changes because of. So you have to do it.
Okay.
You have to do the commands by yourself. You have to type git commit. You have to type git branch. Everything by yourself only.
Okay, fine. Thanks.
Mm. Okay, guys. See you all.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you.
When is a good time to talk to you once?
It's regarding.
I have some personal issue.
Okay, you can.
Tomorrow,
Yeah, tomorrow you call me once.
time, I mean.
I mean, you just drop a hi on WhatsApp to me.
Okay,
And
sure,
we can coordinate
sure.
accordingly.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, then, guys, we'll see you on the next session.
That is Monday, right?
Yeah, team will keep you posted. I'm actually,
Ah.
team will keep you posted.
Sure, sure. Thank you.
Mm.